Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks alongside the Captain's Chair, Mr. Ken Golden. What's going on, man?
Ah, a lot. We just got our first vinyl release in quite a long time. This is from my vanity project, vanity label, Modulus. We just got Hit Pandora Ensemble, nice and fancy. So this is gonna, yeah. So it's kind of cool. So
That's
this,
a really good album, by the way. I
yeah.
have not seen it.
If you're into like the sort of the improvisational side of King Crimson, it's kind of a little experimental, but it's quite good. An album from 1978 from Netherlands, and kind of a one and done band, pretty rare. And we put it out on CD years and years ago, and the band came to us and said, "Hey, another label wanted to put it out on vinyl. What if you do it?" And I said, "Okay, let's do it." So anyway, so we set the street date for September 15th.
Okay.
And so we're taking pre-orders on it.
I was just going to ask you taking pre-orders, so there you go. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, our next vinyl project is Zero Hour Towers of Avarice. So that's gonna be good. We went back to the original mix, unmastered, and it sounds a little different than the CD, and I think maybe a little better. So we'll see. We'll see. That's months away. So here's what I got for this week. First thing, pre-order. By the way, I got a lot of stuff, but I don't have a lot of stuff to hold up. So you'll see what happens. There's a lot of stuff in transit. Pattern Seeking Animals, new one called Spooky Action at a Distance. There's going to be 3 versions available. First one is just a standard CD. There's also going to be a limited 2 CD digipack, and the second CD has extra tracks, including 3 live tracks from Prog Stock 2022, I believe, and then 2 LP black vinyl that'll have 2 of those live tracks. So that's the only pre-order we have this week.
And that's again, Ken, refresh here, but that's like somewhat of a super group, right? That's, I forget.
It's basically like the Spock Spear guys.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a few of the Spock Spear, and John, I'll screw up his name. He's the guy who writes a lot of the Spock Spear material, and so he put together a band with a lot of the Spock Spear guys. So it's not remarkably dissimilar. If you're a Spock Spear fan, it's definitely in your wheelhouse. So that's the only pre-order we have this week. We have a lot of restocks here. A lot of the stuff we showed last week, people like basically went nuts on. It's sold out of. Like, like the Canadian stuff, the Morse code and all. Yeah, just came back. Box just showed up 30 seconds ago. And, there's like, if you're looking for the Morse code CDs, we've got them. Yeah. Did you get a chance to play them, Pete?
No, not yet.
All right.
I've got so much stuff.
I know.
Yeah, it's sitting here. It's going to get played.
They have a place in your collection. You're a Genesis fan. That's good stuff. So anyway, we restocked all that. Another thing that like we sold out of right away. I was actually kind of shocked. Like we just got this back today. Vocal Kriegel, Inside Missing Link. I'm still waiting for the CD to show up. But I was getting emails. Ken, what happened to the Vocal Kriegel? And so not only did we get that, but I guess we'll talk about this stuff first before I hit the new arrivals. I restocked some other MPS stuff. George Duke Field, one of the great George Duke fusion albums he did for MPS. Frank Zappa's playing on this under the name of Abduella X. So contractual reasons, he couldn't put his name on the album, but he plays some, 2 great guitar solos on here, Airtos on here, Flora Pearl. And then there was another great Vocal Kriegel, Spectrum, another great fusion album that he did. So yeah, so if you're looking for that stuff, in fact, you know what the hell, I might as well just get the vinyl out of the way. The only other vinyl piece I have, Mesa, the Italian band, live at Roadburn. This is really, I think, a great band. They're
Very
doom
different.
metal, doom metal, but with like a twist. There's like Middle Eastern themes, jazz elements, all different things come into play. And they had this incredible singer. She just
Awesome.
awesome, right? Great band. I mean, these guys, I think they really have a chance to blow up. So, all right, we got the vinyl out of the way. Let's talk about new stuff. One thing, I'll hold up Air. We sold out of the Sherinian Phillips live, but
It's gone already, huh?
well, we'll have them. They're going to, when this goes live, we'll have stock. What we don't have is the Digipack version, which we brought in from Europe because our friends at FedEx lost the shipment. And it's been missing for over a week now. So I guess it's probably, they claim they got an empty box. So I expect, yeah, I know. So I expect at some point next week we'll have replacements from Europe. And we will have the vinyl. I know some people had pre-ordered the vinyl. That arrived late, and that'll go out on Friday afternoon as well. Things that can hold up. The new one from Soft Machine, Other Doors. John Etheridge is wailing on this thing. This is, I think, the end for John Marshall.
Yep.
He's playing drums, but this is his swan song. Theo Travis is now handling keyboards and sax, and Fred Baker took over from Roy Babington, who does play on a couple of tracks. In the metal world, we've got Prime Creation, Tell Freedom I Said Hello. There was a Swedish band called Morafade. I don't know if you remember Morafade. Yep. These are the Morafade guys. Okay. And it's kind of more of like a melodic power metal. That's how I would describe them. Here's one. This has got a long list of people. Catalepsy, Blood and Steel. Chilean metal, but I'm going to tell you who's playing on this thing. You got Tim Ripper Owens, Ralph Sheepers, Harry Conklin, Herbie Langens from Avantasia, Frank Beck from Gamma Ray, Giacomo Voli from Rhapsody of Fire. Pardon me that I'm reading these because I don't have them memorized. Ivan Giannini from Vision Divine, Thiago Bianchi from Shaman, Brazil, David Reedman, the great David Reedman, great vocalist from Pink Cream 69. Solo guitarist, Joel Hoekstra, Roland Grappow, Ross the Boss, Glenn Drover from Megadeth, Pontus Norgren from Hammerfall, Thoby Englund from Sabaton, Jens Ludwig from Egg Guy, Danilo Barr from White Skull, Sigurd Feiling from Legend of Valley Doom, of course, you know, and keyboardist Scott Warren played with Dio, and Oliver Palatai from Camelot.
Wow,
it's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Yeah, that's
so. And that's the thing is, like, if you just saw this, you would just flip right past this in the bins. You wouldn't know until you looked in the back and you saw all the guests on there. Next thing, a new project from Chris Botendahl from Gravedigger. Chris Botendahl's Steam Hammer, Reborn in Flames. You a fan? Were you ever a Gravedigger fan?
I like some of their stuff. I've never been a massive fan. When they first came out back in the 80s, I was into them for a couple albums, and I just kind of lost touch with them. I mean, there's so many of these type of bands out there.
Yeah, I never dug his vocals, to be honest with you. To me, it was like it was gargling gravel. But but hey, he has his fans. So
yeah. Gravedigger's got a loyal fan.
You know what? I'll get the metal out of the way, even though I'm killing the alphabet here. Sin Heresy, Event Horizon. Thank God for Scarlet Records, man. They and Baker Team, the two sister labels. There's got to be a place for Italian power metal, and Scarlet Records, man. They cover that base.
Yeah, they do
very well.
Yep.
Male, female lead vocals, very melodic, not bad stuff. There's a lot of bands like this, some better than others. I leave it to you. More along my taste, we've got a reissue of the 1992 album from Mario Schonwalder. So Mario's keyboard player. This is Berlin School Electronics. Very influenced by Klaus Schulze. He has his own label called Mannequin Records, and yeah, this is, let's see, yeah, it was all recorded stuff recorded between 88, 89, analog digital synthesizers, and it's getting a reissue I think for the first time in many years it's available. Next one is from Steve Unruh's band Resistor. It's called Illuminator. Instrumental, heavy prog, hard rock prog. Actually, it says vocals, but I don't remember. I remember this being instrumental, so I could be lying to you all. I don't know. It says lyrics. I guess there are vocals on here. I just don't remember them. So there you go. Steve also plays in Samurai of Prague. He's a member of.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're pretty prolific. Geez, they put out an album every 6 months, it seems.
I actually got word this morning about a new one.
They just had a new one out. God.
It's just, yeah, yeah. This just showed up today, and this may not be on the site by the time people see it because I got shorted and didn't get very many copies. But what the hell? I'll hold it up. It's called La Ira del Bacano, Cosmic Evoked Potentials. And what I heard of this was very heavy instrumental space rock. Kind of
cool album cover. I like
yes,
that.
really cool. It was like maybe like a touch of doom in there. Okay, stuff that will be here on the website by the time everybody sees this, but I don't have anything to hold up. A couple of gray area releases, one from a band. Not many people may have heard of this band, but they're very good. They're called Led Zeppelin. And it's called The Road to Hampton, 1971. It's a double CD, and my understanding, it's an excellent sounding soundboard. So I decided to bring that in. Another one, another gray area release from Jeff Beck called Blowing in Detroit from the Blow by Blow tour, 1975. Can't be bad.
Oh.
I believe it's an actual radio broadcast. I'm not sure, but that got your interest, right?
Both of those last two got my interest. Yes, of course.
Yeah. The Norwegian prog band Tusmork, Hestehoven. That'll be here. They're kind of strange, those guys. Those records are a little odd. And another one that I'm kind of excited about, I think I got you excited about, St. Karloff.
Oh yeah.
Paleolithic War Crimes, Norwegian doom metal, doom trio, basically psychedelic
doom. Yeah.
Psychedelic doom. And please, guys, don't send me hate mail. I'm just warning you now in advance. They're expensive, and I checked with 3 different distributors, and I got them at the best price I could. So it's going to cost you more than what I normally sell a single CD for, but I hope it's worth it. So.
Well, I would just tell everybody that Ken sent me a link to their Bandcamp page, I don't know, a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I went on, I listened to it, and I instantly loved it. And then I looked down, and they're not selling any physical product on their Bandcamp page.
Right.
So I said to Ken, I'm like, that really sucks. I said, because this is really good. This is totally up my alley. And I'm, St. Karloff, what a great name that is, right? So he goes, don't you worry, I'm bringing CDs in. I'll take care of them. I'm like, okay, cool. So
yeah. I have a reasonable quantity coming in, and as I said, it's going to be expensive. But and I hate to say it, I'm going to sound like a dick for saying this, but if you sleep on it, somebody else won't, and they're gonna evaporate. So if that's your sound, you're going to love this band. And and the only other thing that we have going in transit to us, besides all these restocks, the new Southern Empire. It's called Another World. We have that coming on CD and LP. That's in transit to us. There's some other things which have been on order for a while that never showed. Oblivion Protocol. People have been asking me about Oblivion Protocol. Richard West from Threshold, his other band. It's basically like a sort of like a side band because it's a sequel to one of the Threshold albums. Anyway, I don't have it. The label never shipped. So I know it's out there somewhere, probably in Europe, but if you're looking for it, I guess we'll have it at some point. And that's what I got for the week.
Okay,
so, not bad. I wish I held up more, but
it's a nice little collection of stuff. So of course the full list will be pinned in a comment down below in the comments section. We do that every week, so you can kind of copy and go onto lasercd.com and paste and look it up in order if you need to. So yeah, so as always, happy shopping, everybody, right? Another week, another collection of prog and metal, and not a lot of fusion this week, right? But that's okay.
No, well, no, the Sherinian Phillips, some people think that's fusion. For me, it's instrumental prog rock. But you know,
there you go.
There you go. So, but yeah. And next week I expect to have some more stuff. So we'll see.
Cool. So we'll be back here once again next Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please hit the like button before you leave. We thank you so much for that. And the link to lasercd.com and everything that Ken talked about today is down below in the comments. Stay tuned. We got the UK Connection coming at you tomorrow, where Stephen, Simon, and myself will be ranking the songs on a classic album. That classic album is Y&T's Earthshaker. And then I will be getting together with Mr. Lewis Nasser on Sunday morning to rank the solo albums of Mr. Pete Townsend from The Who. So that's coming up on Sunday. So lots happening here. And we'll see you next Friday here for the Professor's Picks. For Ken Golden, I'm Pete Pardo. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you real soon.
Thanks again.